Hello and welcome to CTF Radio. Hi, Jan.
Hey, Adam. How's it going?
Pretty good. Why don't you introduce our guests or introduce the concepts of our guests and then they can introduce themselves. How about that?
That's true. Our guests today need no introduction, but we're going to give it one to them anyways. Of course, there are a number of kind of great teams around the world that we see in CTFs in crazy, complex, difficult CTFs over and over and over. And these teams, over the course of their kind of lifespan, they grow, they combine, they split, they change, they evolve. And the team that we're talking to today in our tracking of this, specifically in the context of the Defcon CTF final event for this year, is Straw Hat. So let's welcome Straw Hat to the stage. Woo!
Thank you.
And at this point, boom, if you're watching on video, I guess they're probably on the video. Or maybe they will be soon.
Sorry, say that again. I think I looped in a clapping thing. Did you guys hear that? Sorry, I'm still playing with this stuff. I think it may have gone over there, but
I didn't hear a clapper, but hopefully not.
Maybe it's because I previewed it. How about this? Okay, ready? Introduce them again one more time.
Straw Hat.
This is crazy.
Oh,
Adam, maybe they can simulate like actual people that actually listen to our podcast.
Yeah, it'd be great. And I can put in you saying hello hackers. I can just loop that in. This is dangerous.
Seriously?
Nobody should have given me this board. Yeah,
Why
I can
do you
upload
need me
media and
after
stuff.
that? Yeah.
I mean, basically, yeah, I can do these by myself. It'll be great. All right. So now that you've introduced the team, why don't we have these nice people here introduce themselves? Our lovely straw hatters. Although I have to say, nobody's wearing a straw hat on the podcast.
Yeah. What the hell?
well, originally we have one like straw hat. We brought the straw hat to Defcon, like the last one organized by OO. We had
Yeah.
the first one organized by Anai. Yeah, not the,
Okay.
yeah.
So was that last year then?
Yeah. We had one straw hat. We brought it to the finals.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I kind of wonder where'd that go. Who brought it home?
Did it get
Wow.
lost in Vegas?
Yeah, I No, I'm bought pretty that sure hat. someone brought it.
Yeah, it's in,
It'll just show up back in Vegas. It'll just be the Vegas
Yeah,
one
it
straw
will
hat.
this year.
yeah.
I once got an awesome straw hat in Santa Barbara as a graduate student. I was walking along State Street in Santa Barbara, and I just traded a straw hat. Or I had a hat, and I traded hats with a dude. He had an awesome straw hat.
A straw hat or somewhere.
Incredible moment. It was a straw hat,
Oh,
like a
okay.
legit straw hat. It's awesome. But it's gone now. That's my story. That's my straw hat story. All right, so now that we've got one straw hat story out of the way, let's hear
We
yours.
heard about their
that's
their
right.
physical straw hat.
Anyone else have straw hats? Adam?
Uh,
I'm sure you've had a straw hat.
I don't think I've ever owned a straw hat. I
Never owned a straw hat.
I don't think so.
I have a straw hat right now for gardening, but it's kind of disintegrating. I don't even know where it is right now.
Doesn't that make it better?
Anyways, that I don't know where it is?
No, that it's disintegrating. I feel like that's more. It's like ripped jeans, right? The jeans are only cool if they're slightly falling apart.
Yeah. But then when I replaced the jeans, but I haven't replaced the straw hat.
I mean, it's good.
I have a DEFCON tradition of my pants tearing at DEFCON when it's too late to pack a different pair of pants.
Oh,
Do you
did
remember
that.
I was walking around with a duct tape crotch? The CGC finals, I think it was. Maybe a different year. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
it was
for
terrible.
sure, like happens surprising amount. It happens also. The other thing that happens, my computers all die before DEFCON, before they even have a chance to get hacked to hell. There's just like absurd failures of like Linux, of the Linux kind. Anyways, we're not here to talk about me and my ineptitude with computers or pans. We're here to talk about Straw Hat. So, guys, why don't you introduce us introduce yourselves. You can also introduce us to the audience, but they probably know who we are at this point. Introduce yourselves one at a time, single file, and then we'll roll on from there.
We can start with the youngest. How about that?
Yeah, who's the youngest?
I guess it's me.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm born in 2001. My name is Key, or you should see my handle in Shellfish Discord, publicqi. And I'm a UCSB fourth year undergraduate. This year I'm graduating after my summer courses. And I started playing CTF like 4 years ago, stepping into UCSB, and it was Colin who taught me all the basic stuff. And yeah, and also I'm like you mentioned before, Straw Hat is a combined team of WM and NOL, and I'm a member of WM. WM, we play more domestic CTF in China, which is like there's a ton of domestic CTF there. So yeah.
Awesome.
So you're a UCSB undergrad, and now I'm realizing you have some contact with the security lab there.
Well, actually, no, because because of COVID, I spent 2 years remote. So, yeah, courses are basically they're all online, and the connection between me and UCSB, besides cultural space, was Discord. Yeah, Shellfish Discord, and I played a lot during the pandemic.
Cool.
Very cool.
Well, it's good there's at least some connection.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Who's next, or do you want to do youngest, oldest, and wait?
No,
so you said
man. That's way more confusing. You have to go young.
What's your mother's maiden name?
No,
just kidding. Actually, Adam, beep out whatever.
no, I don't want to do any editing. Don't say anything.
I guess the next one should be me because I just received my master degree from Shanghai Tech University.
Congratulations.
Hi everyone, my name is Qi, and you can call me Q7 because there's another Qi here. And Q7 is a nickname I often use in CTFs because 7 sounds like Qi in Chinese. I started playing CTF around 2014 when I was in high school, and now I'm mainly focused on reverse engineering, cryptography, and AI related stuff. That's all.
Very cool.
He's the like
The captain?
captain,
Yeah,
former captain or current captain. I'm not sure.
captain.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and yeah, if like for us, if we have any problems with the CTF, with infrastructure, with everything, we just ask Q7.
Yeah.
He handles everything.
Nice.
He's like your Adam Dupay.
No, do not look at me like that. I don't want to be that person. That's what we have students for.
Okay. I'm Yuhang. I'm the second year PhD at Northwestern, and my advisor is Dr. Xin Yu. And I'm a CTF player for Straw Hat and also player for NU1L. Yeah, and my focus is mainly on web security, but sometimes I will assist with other types of challenge if there is no web challenge. Yeah. Okay.
Nice. Like infrastructure challenges? Like when Q7 doesn't want to do it, he throws it to you? No? It's okay. Great.
No, some people just don't want to do infrastructure. They just want to watch the infrastructure burn.
Yeah, like you.
I put in my time. I put in my time. All right, Shiki7.
Hi, my name is Chen Shun, and also known as Shiki7 when I'm playing CTFs. I'm a member of Straw Hat, and also I'm one of the oldest. I'm not boasting, but really, I'm one of the oldest member of the NU1L. You can call now team. We don't have an official like English pronunciation for that. Just now team is fine. So yeah, one of the founder you can say, and I'm currently a PhD candidate like at Defcon at Arizona State University, and yeah, that's for me, I guess.
Brilliant. All right. So one interesting theme that I've observed is basically everyone is a student or just finished being a student.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Yeah. All right. So let's chat about Straw Hat. All right. So Straw Hat, it's a combination of a number of teams, right?
Two
Two.
specifically, and also some independent players.
All right. Tell us about it.
Well, I guess more there are two separate teams, like mainly composed of two separate teams and other independent players. We know more about our team. I think publicqi should be knowing W and M, the other team more. So I guess like you should know, like we played Defcon the last I forgot 2 years ago. We played the Defcon CTF finals. We qualified for the finals as now, and but that was very like we were at the very edge of the qualifying line. Like
Oh,
we
we know what it's
almost
like. Yeah.
we almost did not qualify for the finals, and as the trend goes, like you can see many teams for years. I'm not sure if you have saw like the the team topology graph by like by who? By Blue Water? Someone at,
CTF.
yeah, by yeah. Stephen Tong, right? Yeah, and teams are going to into a unit team more for like high quality CTFs like Defcon CTF. So I think it is really a good idea for us to join team and to participate together to qualify for Defcon. Yeah.
So how did you guys join up? Did you go to like ctfteams.com? Put an advertisement.
So basically, our ex-captains of each teams they were best friends during college, and yeah, that's how we met each other, and the relationship between the two teams are pretty close. That's how we combined, I guess.
Great. And one thing I have to say that I very much appreciate about your team is that you have a team website where we can actually know who's like that your team is a merger of other teams. Like oftentimes you just see a name pop up on a scoreboard and you have to try to read the tea leaves and infer who the heck
Oh my god,
this team
and,
is.
And the thing is, it's one thing if you're just like shitposting on Mastodon or whatever. It's a whole different thing if you have to figure out who gets to go to DEFCON and you're doing this like Law and Order CTF or whatever, trying to figure out but this team is blah, 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 and then there's blah, 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 and then, like there are crazy cases where like a team fractures and then the individual pieces merge with other teams, but some of those people had been in the winning team from that or something crazy like that. It's fun. Yeah. So I missed all that because my headphones stopped working because of Linux. But
which you kept talking
trust
through while we were recording and trying to talk, and I had to mute you.
that's good.
Yeah, it's very good.
Thank goodness for modern technology, man. Or else where would we be?
So then, are you all mostly remote, or do you have like your kind of regions of your teams that they play together when you're playing CTFs?
I think most players of our team maybe in China mainland, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems we only have a small group of people in US now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, people in the US, I think we're pretty remote. And for major CTFs like Defcon quals, people in China, they went to Beijing together, like in the mansion and play CTF.
Nice.
Interesting. That's so. How does that work in terms of Discord and stuff? Like, is collaboration trickier? Cross sub teams and so forth.
We have a large Discord, and including all members, and yeah, and an online like collaborate platform. I forgot the name of the platform, but yeah,
Notion?
Yeah, Notion. So I think it's not very difficult to collaborate because like technologies nowadays just too fascinating.
Yeah, I feel like although we're a union team, but there's no teams and sub-teams and sub-teams. We just it's really flat on Discord. Like when you're interested in some challenge, just jump in and talk about it.
If you want to solve some challenge, you
Yeah.
just jump in and you ask questions. You put your progress. Do whatever you want. Very
So I think
flexible.
that's a core question that we want to get at in these in these episodes is, when teams merge, one thing that you see often is eventually that is the team. It's not a merger team anymore, just a team. Do you feel that has happened with Straw Hat?
Well, I think for international like CTFs, we play together, and there's not like some things such as, how should I describe it? Hostile takeover? Maybe not.
Uh-huh.
It's just like merging another team. But like since we're also we play as a joint team together for international CTFs. A lot of times for domestic CTFs in China, we still play as independent, separate teams, for different for prizes, like yeah. So Straw Hat is basically for international CTFs, and mainly for Defcon CTF. That's
Interesting. So do you ever find that, I don't know, is that, I guess in some cases I could see that that's good, because then you can have, because I think that's one thing we've experienced of, you have a big team of a lot of really good people, and so like challenges just kind of get sniped, and the new people can't actually solve any of the challenges because they're always getting solved before they can actually do them.
well. I think that's an eternal question, isn't it? Like always, it's always this kind of question. But I think it's an aspect of collaboration. If you like participated in the challenge, you know how to solve it. Finally, I think it benefits. So for new people like newcomers join our team, they get their challenge solved before they can solve it. I think they get to know the final solution of the challenge,
Mm-hmm.
and they know like what's going on, and even though it might feel a little frustrating, but yeah, we're playing to win, right? We don't have time to like wait you to.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure. I was just wondering if maybe playing as separate teams in domestic CTFs kind of helps that, because you have less people that you're, I don't know, competing against.
Oh, I think to some extent, yeah.
Yeah, because basically by
Because
the time, oh, go ahead.
yeah, because like too many people like solving one challenge, and the challenge gets solved like in the blink of an eye, and you just. But for with less people, it may take longer to solve, but because people need to discuss, there's less effort put into that challenge. So
Right.
so put into a separate team definitely makes like solving challenge time of solving challenge longer. So newcomers might get more opportunities to solve the challenge, see the flags themselves.
That's great. Yeah, there's nothing like that rush of seeing that flag pop up yourself.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you maintain kind of a smaller identity for most of the year, right? Smaller individual teams. You join up for international CTFs. And you mentioned mostly Defcon.
Yes.
Why Defcon?
I
It's
think.
the most famous CTF competition, maybe.
Yeah. And
Because many challenges in Defcon require a significant amount of reverse engineering, so having more team members would be an advantage.
well,
I made several challenges that required no reverse engineering, just math,
well,
just statistics.
okay.
Are you trying to reference your machine learning challenges?
Yeah. Like beautiful before their time challenges.
But still, it maybe require a lot of man hours.
Yeah.
So it requires a lot of effort. And I think for me personally, playing Defcon CTF is more like qualifying for Defcon CTF finals, more like an opportunity for us in the US to gather. So I'm really happy to have the opportunity to gather all our team members in the US and play together, talk together. That's something really
Yeah,
want
because
to
in
get.
China, CTF, if you qualify to the finals, they always like just meet together, like play play an on-site CTF, and it's really I think it's a good experience. Well, while my time during the pandemic in China, like it's really cool to travel around and see cool people, no matter whether you get the prize or not. But yeah, it's just so. I think that's a part of the charm of CTF.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's what we feel, about it too. And we play a lot of CTFs together. But yeah, there's nothing like kind of coming together for a big CTF as a group. And it is great also knowing that other teams are doing that too, right? So you're all kind
Yeah,
of...
especially when you know like there's a lot of people staying up really late with you together instead of you staying up alone there in front of the monitor.
Shellfish calls it the Defcon family trip. And it's interesting that this is like Adam said, this is a thing that I guess probably everyone does. That's awesome. Yeah, because it's pretty unique, right? Any geographically diverse team, probably Las Vegas for Defcon is the more or less the only time almost everyone's together.
Yeah, for us it's annually. Yeah, it's once per year.
Interesting. So you have to get as much cohesive hangout and hack time as you can.
Yeah.
Start to finish. How long do you guys usually spend at Defcon? Like, do you fly in early? Do you?
I think that pretty much depends on like everyone's situation, because we are students and some might have like conferences, especially Usenix, and before Defcon, and they might not be able to like come early. So that depends. But I think for me personally, I would just like go to Defcon, go to Las Vegas the day before the competition starts. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you stay for the CTF after party and then boom, everyone gets COVID?
Yeah, we got COVID in last year.
Oh yeah, last year was a disaster.
Yeah, that was insane.
Well, I had an extended stay because
Yeah,
of the
do you know the
COVID.
story?
No.
I'm the first one to get the COVID, maybe. And it should be, I don't know who is the next person, but I just feel
think it's me.
uncomfortable.
Because
Yeah.
I was a roommate with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And then basically, we went 8 people. I think all of us, no, except for one, because he had it before. So 7 out of 8, we had COVID after the competition. And especially for GK7, well, he basically, we did not hear from him for almost like maybe 24 hours. And we were really scared because we already left Las Vegas, and I called the hotel security to check if he's still okay there. And it turns out he just had a really bad fever and left a long time.
Yikes.
Like, a sore throat, high fever,
Wow.
stayed
Well,
in bed for like 2 days.
you're good now, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. No. Health-wise, not COVID. I don't care. We're on a virtual podcast. I'm not gonna get it.
Okay.
Might get other viruses. You have
I'm using Internet
Stuxnet.
Explorer to record
You
this.
got
Is that
Stuxnet
not?
over there.
Is that not right?
Okay.
It's one of the supported browsers.
Yeah. Has to be IE6, not that IE5 nonsense.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, hopefully this
Actually,
doesn't
look-
happen this coming year, with having an extended.
But like, to be honest, I think it was really worth it to call COVID last year. Like, comparing to going to Defcon, it's really exciting.
I kind of actually agree. I didn't get it because I had already had it before them, but it was. I mean, everything. It was so fun. Yeah, it was a great.
That party was a great, like, even as far as there's been some awesome after parties. This one was pretty top notch.
Okay. I think I'll go to the after party this year. I'm not a very like social person, but I think I'll try to social more.
Oh, did you go last year to the after party?
No.
Oh, you still
I
got COVID and you. Oh no.
No, you didn't
No,
get the
well-
fun part.
Yeah, I saw some picture from Twitter of another team, and I think it's very interesting because there's a maybe VTuber in the party, maybe
Yeah. There was a VTuber. There was
Oh, I didn't know that.
a piano being played. People
The
singing.
piano, I remember.
Yeah, it was great. There was
All
an
kinds of stuff we
entire,
can't talk about. This is a public
yeah, it
podcast.
was-
You had to be there for some of it.
There's a tea party, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, like right in the middle of the party.
There's the famous saying, "What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas," and so, except for the COVID that we all got.
Okay.
Yeah. That was. I had the good fortune to get COVID 2 weeks. I recovered from COVID maybe 2 or 3 weeks earlier. I
Yes,
got
you
COVID
did.
early July.
And you go again?
No, I felt
Oh.
invincible the whole time.
Oh. Cool.
Yeah, it was definitely like the only. I think that party was probably so good because it was the first party, right, in 3 years, CTF or otherwise.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
Yeah, like
because we didn't do one our last year, right?
no. Yeah, it was
That's
very
true.
interesting.
Yeah, it was like 2 or 3 years of pent up lack of CTF partying that maybe pushed it over the edge. So
What
how do you approach CTFs? Do you have like you're approaching challenges, or you could talk about, I don't know, upcoming Defcon, or you could talk about quals which just happened? Like, how do you does the captain assign people to tasks? Is it kind of a free for all? What happens when a new challenge comes out? Maybe you guys can talk about your thought process there.
I think everyone just jump in their interested challenges, but if one challenge have no people working on it, I will assign someone to that challenge.
And people listen.
It depends, but most people listen.
Nice.
So how do you determine as captain who should be working on what?
Just depend on the category of the challenge, and I just assign some. For example, if it's a pound challenge, I will just assign some 1 or 2 people who is master of pound to it, and he will assign other people who think he or she think is good for that one to that challenge.
I think it also depends on who's awake.
Yeah.
Because they're all
Yeah,
play,
that's
right?
that's
Yeah.
another
That's fair.
dynamic.
Yeah, that's fair. What about towards the end? So do you do any do you ever tell people, all right, we're bailing this challenge, we're not anywhere close and we know it's a lightning challenge and we're never going to solve it, so let's bail on this challenge and focus on other challenges?
I think there's the one that I cannot remember, but there's tons of challenges in the zip file or tar file. I cannot remember what the challenge was about. Do you
Was
remember
it
it?
the N links?
Yeah, that one. And basically, when we started with I think static analysis. We try to use lifters and IRs, and then we find that it's a dead end because it did not work well. And then we try symbolic execution, but there's bugging our execution engine. And then basically so I think there were 5 or 6 people simultaneously working on that one, but finding out that some ways are dead ended. Only I guess 2 left on Discord continue on that challenge, and we only I think solved the first part of that challenge. But yeah, it was. I think it's a good luck to stop the first.
Yeah, it's maybe you should have Fish on to talk about.
You'll just spend the whole time yelling at him.
Challenges.
Yeah, I know
man.
because
Oh my God.
last year I think Fish wrote a challenge on the
NCuts destroyed me. I almost quit CTF. I
yeah,
seriously
we
almost quit
spent
CTF.
a lot of time
No, that's-
also, and a lot
yeah.
of
I
people
wish
working on
that there was
one.
a Q7 there to go and punch me in the face repeatedly until I stopped working on NCuts last year, because that was my entire CTF.
Which I tried to do, and you kept telling me, no, we're going to get it.
We're
No,
so
we're going to
close.
get
We're
it.
so close.
That's why this year we had a very much stronger policy of our captain
Yeah,
being
same
able to
for us,
actually
yeah.
tell people, no, we're giving up. When I say we're giving up, we're going to give up and work on other things.
Yeah, actually, that worked out pretty well. I gotta say, I even at some point, I don't remember what challenge it was, but I tried to argue, and Klasm said, "No, you're done." Not me, but someone else is done.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome. Yeah, NLinks. So you guys solved NLinks 1 though, but it's just the solution wasn't fast enough for NLinks 2.
No.
Yeah, and the fact that it wasn't parallelizable, that was actually a very clever part of it. Or at least only parallelizable to the 9 chains.
I wasn't really sure about if our solution was the intended one. I think they used a side channel, but not solving it directly.
Was it an instruction count side channel?
I cannot remember.
Yeah, we used so when we started on that challenge, a bunch of people started in, hey, let's reverse it, let's symbolically execute it, I just sat down and after the horror of end cuts last year, I was like, all right, if Fish forces me, I figured this was a Fish challenge because it's an insane.
It was very clear. He
was
did
very clear.
end cuts, so.
Yeah. And so I say, okay, if Fish forces me to actually understand whatever the crap, these 10,000 binaries that he generated, he wins. So I refused to understand anything. I just did it purely black box side channel. And it worked for 2/3 of the binaries, and then the other third, I just needed a little bit of that. I refused to look at the binary. I had someone else get me the location, blah. They gave me the location. It was awesome. But yeah, optimizing that was hard. And so so Q7, you at some point said, guys, there's too many people on NLinks. Some people have to get off.
Yeah, I think I did it.
Do you think that saved the qualifying?
Yeah, to some extent, yeah.
That's good. That's awesome.
Yeah, because I don't think we said they got 6th in Defcon quals this year, which is very great.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Oh, I think it's the best past qualifier event result will ever get on Defcon calls.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that it's the best DEF CON quals because you got the highest you've ever gotten.
Well,
Yeah, we used to be place 7 for many CTF.
Well, that's because 2 of you have 7 in your handles. It's natural.
Yeah, and we made a joke that we should change our straw hat to straw hat 7.
There you go.
I like, places 6 and 7, because then when you see everyone snapshotting the top 5, you can think, I was right under there. Good times. Yeah. So we talked about one DEF CON quals moment. We talked about how much you like quals. What's your top moment in CTF as a team?
I think for me, the best moment is like sitting there in the corner in the Defcon conference and like eating together.
The simple maintenance of daily life.
Yeah.
I think for me, like it's like like challenges are some challenges are for the finals. Some challenges are not solved during the daytime, and you went to offline analysis. You try to solve the challenge, and I think the best moment is that the moment you come up with an exploit or something, a solution, and you think we're gonna get the first blood on the challenge, and that's the best moment for me. Yeah.
Nice.
You guys are making me want to play CTF right now.
Aren't you playing? I think you're. Are you going to Defcon final this year? Yeah. Let's play.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
No, he's gonna play. This last time he tried to be like, "Oh no, I'm gonna go do some stuff," and I gave him enough shit.
A little bit.
Okay.
No, he's gonna play.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna just complain that his Linux laptop crashed and blah 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 blah. Classic Jan.
Do you want to try the live CTF in person?
No. He's way too old for that. There's no way.
I'll be like CD//CH.
We'd watch you like open the binary up in IDA32 and it would complain, and then you'd close it, and then you'd finally get an IDA64 and they've already solved it. And...
Then it'll be like GDB, and then it's like wrong architecture, and then 27 minutes of messing around with GDB multi-arch. Yeah, live CTF. Who was your live CTF guy?
Well, you mean the final one?
Yeah.
The final level CTF. Well, the last year I did the live CTF.
Nice.
And he beat AOE.
Hey,
Oh,
nice.
nice.
I managed to, but I lost the second round, unfortunately.
Yeah, so in the after party, Robert, when I was chatting with Robert, and they said the moment we beat AOE, the team of PvP was like cheering for us.
Okay.
Amazing.
Like I solved the biggest problem. I deal with their biggest enemy.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you
That
go.
is true.
But I have to say, like, being on the stage is really, really like pressurizing.
Yeah.
Like,
Was
like,
it because I mean, that's an interesting point. I mean, it makes sense intuitively, but there is a lot of pressure when you're playing CTF and you want to get the flag and stuff, but I guess it's different when you're part of a team versus just you up there on the stage.
Well, you mean it's me or
Yeah, so was it because it was just you instead of you and your
Yeah.
team?
Oh,
Or was it the fact that you're being recorded? Like, where was the pressure coming from?
I think it's recording. Maybe it was like broadcasting your operations on the challenge. Like, I think, for example, like the last year on the second round, I remember it was a challenge about like finding rock gadgets in a whole bunch of like randomly generated page, but it's static. But well, I was trying to utilize like automatic tools to generate rock chains, and I think the moment I tried to use automatic tools, I just spent way more time on the tool because does not really have the option to do that. I have to change the move the code into a binary to do that, and it really costs a lot of time. So in hindsight, I think it might be better if I just try to do it manually, find some patterns. Uh, but like results are results. I think.
There you go.
That's true, but that's interesting, right? Because your instinct was probably at the time, hey, I should do this as fast as possible, which means use a tool
Yeah,
to do it and
because
not do it by hand.
and time is also a
Right.
factor of pressure, right? Like you are competing with someone, right?
Right.
And they might solve the challenge in any moment, and you really want to like get forehand before they solve the challenges. Yeah. So it's really hard to play as live CTF. I'm not sure if there will be one live CTF this year. I'm not sure who will be on the stage.
Is it going to be not you? Are you already saying,
Well,
nope, I'm done?
I think personally, I don't want to get on the stage second time. It's
You're,
just
as the elder statesman of the group, it's your turn to let the younger people shine, right?
yeah.
Plus, they have such
that's-
fast fingers; they can type so quickly and click.
I
And
know
click.
that's insane. That was the biggest. Like I started taking my typing speed a little more seriously after live CTF. After watching all that, I was like, "What the hell?" That was insane. It's
Sound a little bit like executes, but that's my real intention. I would like the younger ones to get their opportunity.
There you go. That's great.
But it seems we don't have younger players to the final. Maybe.
Wow.
Well, I think we'll discuss this later.
Yeah. We'll have to,
Yeah,
we'll
it's a
have to
secret,
find
it's a
them.
secret.
Nice try. Nice try. Chelsea, nice try.
It's okay. We actually had a in Shellfish last year. We had a challenge.
Qualifying round.
Yeah, we had a qualifying round. So we did did we do several or one? I can't remember because I set it up, but I don't remember.
I
But
think
I
you
created
had
some.
categories, right?
Yeah, I created some challenges, and we did. Oh yeah, I think we did 2 or 3 challenges as a speed run. But while I was setting it up, I think I was either at Usenix or doing something else while I was doing that. And one of the challenges was not as exploitable as I thought it was. I thought it'd be done in like 5 or 10 minutes, and it took like an hour. But yeah, that's how Kyle Bott ended up representing Shellfish last year because he was the winner in overall time across all the challenges. So
Kyle Scott.
Yeah.
It was the same in our race challenges for quals. Do you remember there was one that were like, "Oh, this is simple," and it was like 45 minutes or something.
No. What? Oh, are you talking about the last one?
What? Yeah.
No, there was the time when we did the speed runs. There was the time that I fell asleep and you guys launched it, but I had changed something. It was a printf vulnerability, and so
Are
the
you saying
binary
it's
we
our
gave
fault?
them. No, I'm saying it was a combination of mistakes, and because they didn't solve it in like 10 minutes, which you think like a printf like format string, they should clearly solve it very quickly. But
Especially with the new Pwn College format string module.
this was before then, man.
That's a good point.
Oh my god, drink if you're drinking every time Jan says Pwn College. And no, but they use the printf to leak out the binary code and then use that binary to do whatever they need to do. Yeah, I felt bad about that, but what are you gonna do? It still worked. Anyways,
Speedrun challenge, is it?
yeah, the speed runs.
And
Yeah.
Okay. I never thought of leaking binary entirely.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the speedrun challenge.
Yeah,
There
it
was
was.
a-
I mean, it was. Anyways,
There was a CTF challenge that DD Tech had.
Okay.
2010 probably, which was crazy. It was a challenge with like a normal, basically format string vulnerability, and we're like, all right, no problem, nothing's working, right? Nothing's working. It works locally but not remotely, and it works locally like on my machine, but not even against our own service on our
Okay.
own box. And it turned out that DD Tech did some insane thing and either did some bin format hacks or customized the loader where the elf had a fucking PE tacked onto it. and they both implemented the same service with the same vulnerability, and the way that it got loaded on the vulnerable box, it was loaded in wine, and the PE would be run. And locally, you play with it, and you're running the elf. It was absolute hell. And ever since then, and whenever I reverse a thing, I always look at that little line that has the the type of byte. I always stare at that to make sure that everything is accounted for. Because if I'd looked at it, I'd see a whole bunch of like dark gray of what the fuck is this? Why is there a PE in my elf? So Adam, you were. It was really a retro.
Hey, it was an intended thing, of course. We shouldn't have given them any binary. Should have just given them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you complained about that challenge to me like a lot. I'm sorry. Talked about it and how it affected you. You can see the scars. This is why also you'd lose in a live CTF because you'd be waiting to look at
remember the name. The challenge was called Houdini, and of course we ignored the name completely. And it was classic. And in retrospect, it's like no one stopped to ask why is this called Houdini. It's like freaking printf input. What's Houdini about this?
Now you see it. Now you don't.
So, yeah. Amazing. All right. What about team infra? You guys have your like exploit shooter. You got your service monitors, etc., etc. Are those straw hat tools, or are they your individual sub team tools?
We had a platform, a scoreboard last year because our web guys, after they finished the only web challenge, they start to work on that. And it's really interesting. Like every time we refresh the web page, it gets a little bit nicer.
Yeah, so a lot of the tools are improvised during CTF.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
cool.
what I like to hear. That's what I try to tell people. Man, don't prepare with these,
Again, just because you got burned one time.
How about
one
big thing?
time, over and over and over and over and over.
But
You want to run some exploits? Wild true. And then you copy paste the command injectable string the organizers give you.
Oh, yeah. A lot of things happen. Like the you were talking about like what I don't know if it's Defcon like one player's machine got hacked because like the command injection. Remember?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, that was me and one of our teammates were launching these command injections. If we saw a flag coming out at the time, we could
Man in the middle of the outgoing traffic.
Yeah, we were LD preloading. No, that doesn't make sense. Somehow we were man in the middle in traffic. Maybe we could just do it back in that year. And if we saw the flag going out, we just insert a backtick rm-rf/backtick. And the reference way here's the shell command to submit a flag was intentionally command injectable.
Okay. Nice.
Because
because we were using curl. Yeah, we're using curl to submit flags. Yeah.
There you go. Very safe.
Oh, was that during one of our years?
I don't remember, but like
because the
maybe
events I'm
early.
describing was during legit VS's reign.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's the GBS era.
Oh, nice. Well, you're welcome. That was our. I'm sure a lot of people did it, but it was pretty fun.
Okay.
Amazing. All right, let's see. We touch all the bases. Everyone will be in Las Vegas.
I think Q7 is not able to be in Vegas. He's in he's in China mainland right now.
I was in Vegas last year, but this year I will stay in China.
Yeah. And for the people here, I think the three of us will be in Vegas.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we can have a follow-up. Lessons learned.
About how ad hoc infrastructure, how that goes.
Okay.
I love ad hoc infrastructure. It's the only. Why?
You barely know
stress
how to
and
do
prepare?
normal infrastructure. That's why.
No, dude. It's only when my graphics drivers mysteriously uninstall themselves. That's my only flaw.
Yeah. How terrible.
Yeah, it really is. Cool. Adam, what do you think?
Awesome. I think we did it. Anybody have anything else they want to say or plug or I don't know?
Yeah.
How does somebody join if there's a young aspiring hacker out there who wants to be a straw hatter?
Do we have an email?
I think so. We have a former captain. I mean, he manages like most of the human resource stuff
Mm-hmm.
and the financial stuff. Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, he manages like new team member want to join, and but if there's newcomer want to join Straw Hat, I think let me see if we have an email on our website.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
strawhatctf@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Alternatively, if you're promising enough, one day you just wake up and at the foot of your bed there's a straw hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely won't creep anybody out. So if that happens, we did not condone that behavior, and we take no responsibility. Awesome. Well, thank
CTF
you
Radio
guys.
is a
Thank you.
limited liability
Thank you.
enterprise.
All right. Yeah. We have actually no liability.
Oh,
on
actually, I
anything.
need to fill mine.
Oh, you're getting cats?
Oh, are we showing off cats? No, I'm just trying to keep
This
my
is
cat
mine.
from... Oh, we can show off
Well,
cats.
This is a pure black
It's a
one.
friend.
The C stands for cat in CTF.
Porch cat just showed up on my porch one day, so he's named
I
Porch
know
Cat.
CT7 also have cat, maybe.
Where is he?
Uh,
Or she?
Should I like? Okay, I'm just gonna.
Gotta get the
One
cats. You gotta watch
second.
the video portion of this podcast if you want to see
Yeah,
the
that's-
cats.
Second.
For those listening, you maybe hear meowing.
I was gonna say that's definitely gonna be the thumbnail of this video is the cats.
Yeah, see, if I don't pay attention to the cat, then he starts trying to tear me off of my little active sitting.
Oh, there we
stool.
go. Wow.
Well,
What kind of challenges does your cat do? Chen Peng?
Scratching.
Oh, that's a cute cat.
That's a very cute cat.
well, it's what do you call it? Rude awakening. Oh, he was sleeping.
Oh, poor cat. All
Yeah,
right.
mine was too.
In defense
no.
of all these cats, we're gonna have to end it here so we don't horribly wake up and ruin these cat dreams.
No
of
animals
these
were
cats.
harmed in the making of this podcast episode.
You don't know that? Porch cat may have hated that.
Porch cat is dangerously close to getting his tail smushed by my active sitting stool.
Cool. So on that note, all right. Thanks everyone. This was CTF Radio with our special guest Straw Hat. So everyone wave, and we'll see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.
See you.
Goodbye, hackers.